Morning and happy Monday. The last Monday of November. Can you bloody believe it? Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. My year is nearly done. Oh my God. I have pushed and shoved through. And last week I finished my book tour and it was a really big deal. And that was exciting. And now I'm like, shit. So I talked about it on Friday, actually, about how life loves a vacuum, but now it's kind of all done. And then I spent the weekend at a wedding of my gorgeous friend Amy, and that was hilarious and fun. And it was so much fun. I got to do the flowers. Oh my God, what a treat. What a treat. Like when you're a wannabe florist, when you wish you were a florist, and you actually get to do flowers for someone's wedding, it's just like, oh my God, are you joking? Like she's like, oh my God, I can't thank you enough. I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, I can't thank you enough because it was so much fun. Anyway, so that was gorgeous and I absolutely loved it. And then I've come back to like, oh my God. So yeah, the weekend was quite hectic. Weddings are exhausting. You're there at 3 p.m. and you're still fucking going at night. It's like, they're a long time. But anyway, it was really, really fun. And now I'm like, okay, now the book tour is over. I'm like, right, let's go. The last week of November has to be dedicated to the Christmas planning, because once December starts, you're a bit fucked, I reckon. So I reckon if I can urge you to do anything, get out a piece of paper, ideally a purpose planner. If you haven't got your planner for next year, don't miss out. We've still got a few left. Order one of those and get planning for what's happening in December, because getting organised now is going to change your life. So last night on the plane, on the way home from Dunedin, I did a Christmas plan. Now I need a house plan, I need a food plan, and I need a gift plan. Right, so the house plan is the decoration, styling the home. And I'm Mrs. fucking Christmas when it comes to this shit. So I've got 8 zones that I'm styling. And each zone has a different kind of colour palette or theme. So, I've got like the traditional red, white and green. And then I've got crazy kind of pink and turquoise and banana yellow. And then I've got all white, like a little bit of minimal, because my poor husband is actually a minimalist. So I better give his eye a fucking break and just give him something white to look at. That'll be nice. And then I've got my big, enormous tree. So I have this enormous Christmas tree that has a decoration for each of the children from every year of their life. So my eldest son is 25, so he's got 25. In fact, he's probably got more because my mum and my mother-in-law used to also buy them decorations. I was going to say directions, decorations. So there's probably, each kid's probably got, 40, I suppose. So there's 160 individually different decorations. And then there's my own, because I bought myself my own decorations, probably at least 2 a year for about 30 years. So there's 60. So this tree, if you actually follow me on Instagram, Lisa ONZ, and I'll be posting, oh my God, this tree. It's extraordinary. So I love the fact that every single decoration is different. That makes me so happy. Like, people have those really twee trees. Everything's matchy, and it looks like a stylist done it in some fucking perfect home. And I do have a tree like that, but I'm not as interested. I'm more interested in the tree of memories, like all of the memories, and I love it. Like my kids go, oh my God, remember this. And most of the decorations kind of represent a phase of their life. Like, as I remember when I was into Star Wars, Mum, and I'll remember when I did ballet, and it's cute. So all the decorations are kind of themed. Makes me so happy. So I've got 8 zones and I'm starting this week. So my youngest son is home, finished exams, and his job is to assemble the Christmas tree. Now it'll be terrible. It'll be fucking terrible. Because what he'll do is he'll literally assemble the tree. He'll do as he's told. He's beautiful like that. But he won't finesse the tree. Now every branch needs a rub, right? You've got to finesse the tree. People that don't spend time on this, it takes hours. So every branch needs to be manoeuvred and balanced and rubbed and fluffed. Oh my God. And then, of course, it'll go to the next phase, which is the lights. So that's a huge phase, getting all the lights even and fabulous. And then once we've done that, then we're allowed to decorate. So I do have for someone who doesn't like rules, I have a fucking lot of rules. When my kids were little, they used to bring home those shitty little toilet roll Christmas trees and shit. Oh my God. And a decoration, some bit of pasta glued onto something with a bit of paint, and they'd be like, I made this, Mummy. I was like, fuck off. I don't want it on my tree. Go away. And they had their own trees. That's who I was back then. Each of them had their own tree, and they could hang their ugly shit. I'm like, you put that on your tree, darling. It's not going on mine. So I do love to control how things look. I've always done that. It's part of my styling world. I just love decorating shit. Like, I can't wait. So there's going to be front door, back door, outdoor, porch windows, fireplace, dining room, large tree, white tree, green tree, 2 arches over windows, the lounge doorway. Oh my God, there's 8 different zones that I've got to decorate. So I'm excited about that. But I did a little written plan, and I know I bang on about this all the time, but I'm such a fan of a written plan. Just get out a piece of paper or your planner or your phone and just write down, right, what am I having? I just fucking love that. And everything I do, people go, oh my God, how have you? It's like, because it has a plan. I have a fucking plan. And then I break it down and I go, right, out of these 8 zones, if I do 1 zone a day for 8 days, it's fun because it's a big mess, because you have to get all the shit out. And then it's like, right, let's do 1, maybe 2 zones a day, depending on how much time I've got. I've got a bit of a busy week, actually. But I reckon I'll get at least 4 zones done this week, which makes me happy. So I've got lots of meetings this week, lots of planning for next year. I've got so much work already booked in for 2026, which I'm very grateful about. Oodles and oodles of events, which is really the most I've ever had, which is really exciting. Tuesday, I've got a beautiful event in Palmerston North for a businesswomen's network. So I'm speaking to a whole bunch of business chicks. So I love that. And then Wednesday, I'm having dinner with my gorgeous friend Colin, who's moving to the UK, and he's going to be gone and I won't see him for a long time. So anyway, I love having dinner with friends and catching up. So that's going to be just fantastic. Thursday, I'm on Tally. I'll be on the 7 sharp. So I'll be talking about how to take the stress out of Christmas. You know what? You don't need to watch it because I'm going to tell you. Plan. What are you buying? What are you doing? What do you need to do? What do you want to do? What's your favorite thing about Christmas? How can you make that amazing? One of my favorite things about Christmas is stockings. I love a Christmas stocking because for me, buying 9 little things for someone I love is much more fun than buying one big thing, because I love gift giving. I love the consideration and the thought, and I love hunting down things. So I start with the person and then I go, what are they into? And then, like, what's their favorite food? Like, oh my God, I just found, and my father's not listening to this, so he won't know, but I was in Nelson last week and I went to a delicatessen and I found it's a cellophane tube, and inside the tube is all the dried herbs and spices and everything you need. And all you do is cook a bowl of pasta, tip some olive oil over it, and tip all the herbs and spices in. It's done. That's it. Like, how good's that? Like, it's like everything you need, like really gorgeous, like dried mushrooms and chili and oregano and all these incredible dried things. And it's just in a tube. It was $12. And I'm going to put that in his Christmas stocking because my father thinks he's Italian. He's not. And I love that. Don't you love that? So little things like that make me so happy. So what I do is buy all these little things, and it might be a magazine, it might be a book. It has to be little because it's got to fit in the stocking. That's the rule. It might be, a pair of earrings. It might be food, just little bitsy bobsy things. My auntie is coming for Christmas and she likes shortbread. And I just found this tiny little Christmas shortbread in a little pink box. And it looks like the pink box that Ted Lasso makes his shortbread in, if you ever watch Ted Lasso. Anyway, another story. But I just love doing that. So I've got a plan for that because Tally, I'm only going to be Zooming in. I'm not allowed to go and be on the Tally. They want me to Zoom in and they're going to ask me questions. So I'll be Zooming in. I won't be in the studio. They don't want me there. So I'll be in my own lounge. Actually, you know what? I should have the tree up, shouldn't I? Maybe I could do that and I could sit in front of the Christmas tree. Right, there we go. Now I've got to get zone 3 done faster. So there you go. So you're getting a plan. Isn't that good? So if you're not organised for Christmas, even if you do fuck all for Christmas, get a small piece of paper and write down fuck all. But just write down, who am I going to see? Like, who are the people? Here's what I go. I go, who am I going to see on Christmas Day and what do I need to do for them? Then I go, who of the people that I want to honour that have been my top people in 2024? Like, who are the people that you've worked with that have been generous to you, that have helped you, looked after you, supported you? I don't know. And do you just write them a wee card? Do you just send them a little something? I've got corporate clients that I want to send, like clients that have booked me at work. So I've got work gifts. I've got people I've mentored. I spend a lot of time mentoring people. And when you mentor people, you get really close to them. So it only seems right to give them a gift, doesn't it? So I've got gifts for that, gifts. So, and then it's like, what do I want to eat? What's my favorite food? Who's coming on Christmas Day? What are your numbers? I'm just trying to finalize my numbers at the moment. And what are your numbers? And then, has anyone got food allergies? Has anyone got food preferences? Like my father loves a good lamb. He loves a lamb on Christmas Day. And my husband doesn't really like lamb, so then I do beef for him and lamb for my father. And then I've got to do the ham because the children all love the hot ham. And yeah, there's a lot to think about. And I think it takes the stress out when you get it out of your head and onto paper. So that's what all my Monday meetings are about. But this one in particular, because we're not too far from Santa. Oh, I'm happy. You know what? Find something to be happy about this Christmas, because Christmas is fun. It is fun. And maybe just find gifts to give people who have had a shit year. Who's had the worst year, and how could you delight them? I love all those thoughts. So all those thoughts go in my planner. And actually, I might do a special, that's reminded me, next year, I think, for the planner, for the 2026 planner, I'm going to do a Christmas planning session. That's what I'm going to do, Christmas planning pages in November, so that you've all got questions. All the questions I ask myself, I'm going to put them in the planner. That's not this planner, though. You have to do this podcast to get that. So go and order your planner, go and make a list. Yeah. I'll see you soon. I'll keep you posted. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will see the photos coming up live as my zones get decorated. Have a wonderful week.